Hey guys, this is Eskimo Poodle, and we are back with Let's Play The Legend of Dragoon on the Sony PlayStation Network. Last time, we went through the Hellena Prison area and managed to rescue our childhood friend, Shana. Yes, I know it's probably pronounced Shana, but you know what? I'm used to pronouncing it Shana, so that's just the way it's going to go. And before we get started, I just have a couple things to point out real quick. I did level up Dart's Volcano Edition to level 2 and Lavitz's Harpoon Edition to level 2, just for a little bit of extra power. I used the room next to the save point, which I'm right next to anyways. So, I just felt like doing that real quick, and Dart got a level. I'm not sure if I mentioned it last episode, but Shana does not have any additions available, but she makes up for it by having a high magic stat, so we're good with that. I can deal with her not having additions. Let's see, the other thing, I kept forgetting to mention enemies' elements, or their elemental properties, or whatever, in the last couple battles or episodes when I introduced them, so I'm just going to do those ones now and try to remember as we go along. Okay, the Knight of Sandora, that very first fight we had, he had a fire element. Let's see, I think the commander also had a fire element, but I'm not sure about that. Let's see. The Berserker Mouse in the forest, he was dark element. The Assassin Cock was wind. The Trent was earth, and the Goblin was also fire. The Hellena Wardens in the prison, those guys are also fire element. The reason why I'm going to be mentioning these elements is because that you're going to get elemental magic items and spells, and you can attack them for double damage by using the element that they're weak to. I don't know if I mentioned the weaknesses, but it's fire and water oppose each other. They both do double damage to each other, or extra damage. I'm not sure if it's double. I know it is extra at least. Earth and wind, they do extra damage to each other, and light and holy also do extra damage to each other. There's two more elements, or not light and holy, light and dark do extra damage to each other. There's two more elements, lightning and non-elemental. Those don't do extra damage to anything, but at the same time they don't take extra damage from anything. So those are very good actually. So they're not the best for attacking, but they're pretty good for defense. Actually, they probably are one of the better ones for attacking because you don't got to worry about being resisted. So they're pretty useful. All right. Anyways, now we just gotta escape the prison with our girlfriend, and we can get out of here. Yeah, I probably don't need anything from you, do I? No. I don't know why I'm talking to you. Did I ever get that chest over there? I guess not. Wait, maybe I did and it's just open. I can't remember. Oh well, it can't be that important. Hey look, there's the fat guy. Some of the dialogue in this game is pretty bad, just so you guys know. What are they, afraid he's gonna eat all the food or something? Same thing. Huh, so the Emperor didn't want to destroy the town, it's just the fat guy did, so that's really messed up. Alright, we got a boss time with Frugal, the Warden. Okay, a couple things here. These Knights of Sandora here, they're a bit more powerful than the other prison wardens in the prison. They just got a little more HP and not a whole lot, or not a whole lot, 2 more. Let's see. Yeah, the Hellena Wardens, they have 9 HP, and these guys, they have. Dang it, where'd my notes go? These guys have. Dang it. Ah, here we go. These guys have 12 HP. And yeah, they're Hellena Wardens. I don't know why I was saying Knight of Sandor. But yeah, they have 12 HP compared to the 9 HP that the other Wardens had. And they are fire element, so if you had any water attacks, which we don't, then that'd be good against them. But we can't do anything about that. At the moment, we cannot attack Frugal. He's kind of protected by his Wardens, so if you try to target him, you're just going to end up targeting the Wardens. He is Earth Element, though, so if you have any Wind Element skills, which I don't think we do, then you can attack him with that, but we don't got to worry about that right now. But for these guys, I'm going to show you just how useful Shana is with the magic attack here. Let's see. Let's use our Spark Net, because they're going to be immune, or not immune, but take less damage from our burnout. So let's see just how high we can get this attack damage to go. 24 damage, not too shabby. Alright, let's get rid of you. Yeah, see, that would have killed a normal Warden, but because they have just a little more HP, then they're just a little bit tougher. Try to be smooth with the counterattack. It ain't gonna work, buddy. Alright, now we can attack this guy. Let's see just how much damage Shana actually does. Wow, that's kind of sad. Alright, now he's gonna call in reinforcements. These guys are the senior Wardens, and they have 24 HP. I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but Frugal, he has 90 HP. And for winning the battle, we're going to get a Knight Shield off of him, 4 healing potions, and experience and gold and all that crap. And yeah, again, oh wait, now you can actually attack Frugal. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in previous battles, but you see the little arrow above their head right there? See how it's blue right now? That means they have over 50% of their health. If it turns yellow, that means they have under 50% of their health. And if it turns red, I think that means they're down to either 25 or 10% of their health. So these are indications of how healthy the enemy happens to be at the moment. So I'm going to get rid of these guys. I like boss battles for the simple fact that they're good for leveling up your additions if you don't fail miserably at them. I was going to aim for that guy. Because a lot of the bosses have extra minions, and the bosses themselves have pretty good defense, so dang, I failed miserably. So you have a pretty good amount of time to hit them with your additions. You'll probably be able to hit them 7 or 8 times, possibly more, in a battle, and it's just a good way to level them up. So that's why I try to avoid taking out bosses with magic attacks. Oh, and by the way, these senior wardens right here, when you kill them, they have a before they die attack, which is gushing magma, which is a magic fire attack that attacks all of your allies. If you happen to use a magic item on Frugal over there, he will counterattack with the ability Power Up, which increases attack and defense by 50% for 3 turns. So, probably not a good idea to use magic attacks on him too much. Come on, go for Frugal. There we go. Alright, let's try not to fail this time. Yes. Okay, I failed. I think it's mainly because I can't get a good camera angle in this battle. That's probably what it is. Ow, that hurt. Honestly, I'm probably going to have Shana on defensive duties for the rest of this fight, just because I don't feel like using too much too many of my magic items, and she's not going to be doing a whole lot of damage. Yeah, and there's that gushing magma attack. So yeah, be careful when you kill those guys. Make sure you have plenty of health left. All right, we're gonna try this again. There we go.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
And that turned into the worst camera angle I could possibly give me. Oh, and those senior wardens, they didn't use that as a counterattack. They just have it to use randomly. Alright, let's try this angle right here. Maybe that'll give me a better... Yeah, it's okay, I guess. But yeah, see how much less damage he's taking now because of his power-up ability?
Yes.
That's from that extra 50% defense that the power-up ability gives to him. Yikes. Mr. Lavitz took a whole lot of damage. Luckily for him, we have plenty of healing potions. Yeah, see how Lavitz's HP is also, his little arrow was also yellow because he was under 50%. Let's see, Shana, you can go ahead and... Yeah, I'm not going to bother using my magic because that's just going to aggravate Mr. Frugal and make our damages harder to deal. Most of the boss fights in this game aren't really all that difficult. A couple of the side bosses, they can be a little challenging, but for the most part it's just attack and hope that he doesn't have too many counters to worry about. I'm sure there's a couple variations, like some bosses they do a defensive stance and you can't attack them, otherwise they'll counterattack for big damage or, you know, stuff like that. But for the most part, it's nothing too much to worry about.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
I wonder if Frugal's like an ogre or something. He certainly has the look to it. Because he has horns, and he's got that big pot belly that most ogres seem to rock. So that's what I think he is. Either that or he's just really fat. You would think I'd be better at Volcano because the first time I played this game, I'd never leveled up any other additions for Dart, or pretty much for any character, except for their first or second edition. So basically I went the entire game with Dart using Volcano, pretty much. Why? I don't know. Maybe because I knew I was bad enough at just the one, I didn't want to have to learn the timings for the other ones. But yeah, I went through the entire game using Volcano as my addition. Yeah, I was a sad little man back in the day. Or a sad little kid, or just a sad little individual in general, I guess. But, what can I say? It's one of my selling points.
Yes.
This should be close to finishing him off.
Go. Volcano.
There we go. Probably got at least 6 or 7 points towards another level in Volcano and Harpoon. Probably would have got more, but you know the part where I failed miserably at. Ooh, Spinning King, our new addition. Very nice. I do believe that one has 3 hits. Let me check. Nope, it only has 2 hits. So it's a little. It's not too hard. So it's not hard at all, probably. But I'll probably stick with Harpoon just for a little bit. Is he immortal? What, just because he doesn't die? Haven't you ever heard of healing magic? Yeah, I'm sure your soldier's gonna be real loyal to you when all you do is push them off the edges of the walkways to their doom. I'm surprised they haven't mutinied against you. Yeah, that totally wouldn't break the horse's legs. I love when enemies say that, oh, they broke out of the prison, but that was in my plans the entire time. I had no intention of them actually staying in the prison the entire time. That just always cracks me up. Alright, as you can see, we are south of Sergio, and we cannot go back to where we were earlier, so there's only one way to go. To the north, or wherever we are. Actually, oh, I was looking at the wrong side of the map, my bad. I guess we are on the right side. For some reason I thought we were on the other side of the mountains. Oh well.
Yes.
Okay, how about I change my camera angle so I can see what I'm doing here. There we go. By the way, if you happen to be playing the Japanese version, most of the enemies have higher HP and give out lower gold. So, like, for example, that guy, the Trent, he would have, in the Japanese version, he would have, let's see, the Japanese version, he would have 6 HP instead of 5 HP and give out 3 gold instead of 9 gold. So, they just made it a little easier for us American audiences. Why? Because we're wimps. I don't know. And here's a new enemy, the Mole. He is Earth Elemental, he has 16 HP, and he has a chance to drop the Angel's Prayer after battle, so it's not too bad. If you happen to need reviving items, then he might drop one for you.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
I'm not sure if that attack is actually Earth Elemental, or if it just did a lot of damage to Lavitz. I'm not really sure. It might be Earth Element or Earth Elemental. If it is, that would explain why it did 14 damage to him, because Lavitz is Wind Elemental and he's weak to it.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
And by the way, that accessory we got, the Night Shield, I do believe that raises your defense by 10%. So I think I'm going to hand that over to Shana for the time being, because she doesn't have the greatest of defense. Yes, or not by 10%, but it just raises it a little bit. And yeah, I already gave her the leather jacket, which is well, just better for her because it has better defense, and Shana's not exactly the most defensive heavy person. Alright, the Prairie. Where we're still running away from the guards, as we'll see in a minute here. He's just winded. Okay, I think there is a treasure chest around here somewhere. Seriously, Lavitz, you're gonna get hurt this soon into the prairie. Another thing I love about RPGs, you can take enough arrows in battle to make you be a human pincushion, but one arrow or bullet in a cutscene and you're practically dead for life. I have a potion in my bag. Do you want to use that instead? And I think I missed that treasure chest, didn't I? Yeah, I think I might have. Yeah, he looks real dangerous. Well, seriously? They're standing on the other side of the tree and they managed to miss him. That's real great work there, guys. You guys should feel real proud of yourselves. Let me see if I can't find that treasure chest. I'm pretty sure it was over here. Yeah, here we go. And that treasure chest is going to have a, let's see, 100 gold, I do believe. And these new enemies, the kiwi bats, I think, or vampire kiwis, there we go. They're dark elemental, and they have 13 HP. They have a chance to drop a healing potion after battle, and they have an attack called Bloodsuck, which will drain their HP, or drain your HP, actually. And I thought you were Dart for a second, that's why I was attacking. But I guess I was wrong. There we go.
Yes. Go. Volcano.
So nothing too bad, just be careful that they don't drain your HP too much. It's not like it's a very powerful attack to begin with, but... And yeah, gold is not the easiest to come by in this game, since enemies do not drop a whole particular lot of them. There's a couple enemies that do, but they're kind of hard to beat. Well, not really hard to beat, just really annoying, and they tend to run away a lot, so they're more of a pain in the ass than anything. Alrighty, there's nothing over to that side right now, so we gotta go over this way. Let's head on down here. Hey, she's not a blonde. She's allowed to learn stuff. Alright, what's in the shack over here? Anything useful? Alright, we already described all these guys. Nothing special here. Except for those little blood-sucking sons of bastards. Some of these enemy designs are actually kind of cool, though. I like this little kiwi guy with his big-ass mosquito nose. And I like how when this guy attacks, he moves his entire hole. Doesn't just move himself. Doesn't dig a hole in front of you. I'm just gonna take the whole thing with me. Yeah, see that little bastard is trying to make herself tougher to kill.
Go.
You little shit. Alright, Shana, you might as well heal. That's one thing you're good for. And don't worry guys, I will start cutting out battles pretty soon here. I kind of like having battles in LPs just because, or especially our RPGs, because it's pretty much the main thing you're going to be doing anyways. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be able to cut out story segments, right? I don't know, I just like having battles in. I mean, I get that you don't want to see like 20 battles an episode, but I don't know. It's just something that I like to have in. I'll tell you what, I'll cut out the rest of the battles in this forest if they're not enemies that we haven't seen, because I think there's 2 more enemies we haven't seen in the forest, so I'll keep those in. But after that, I'll go ahead and cut them out for you guys, just to be nice. Yeah, they weren't the brightest, were they? Well, I ran around and did a whole lot of nothing, and then I came back, and you were kidnapped. What did he deprive you of? Who the heck is the black monster? You're legal, aren't you? You're 18, right? Okay, so you're rich, you have 2 summer homes? Neat. Like, neat. It's a pretty neat place to live, I guess. I like her wings. Or his wings, or whoever it is. It's a pretty nice fur coat he's got going on there. Okay, why are you gonna go back to the burning village? I mean, I'm about self-preservation myself. If I make it out alive, hey, good for me. I'm not gonna go back and try to get the flesh steered off my bones for people that are probably dead already. I mean, if there was a guarantee that they were alive and I could save them, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But it's pretty crispy down there. I'm pretty sure that they were goners. I mean, I'm not entirely selfish. Like I said, if there was people that I knew down there and I knew for a fact they were still alive, yeah, sure, but I don't know. As Certainly seems like a bigger town than Seals. If by transformed you mean burnt to the ground to the last building, yeah, sure. That's transformed, I guess. The shiny jewel you can sell for money? Doesn't every RPG have something like that? A memento from a father that turns out to be the key to like unlocking the ultimate evil or something like that, or stopping the ultimate evil or something. How much you want to bet that thing's gonna like blow up the planet in the last disc of the game? Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if I told you guys, but this is a 4-disc game, so it's a pretty long game. Wait, so you're gonna come back to the village and leave? Is that what it was? Yeah, most people try to forget the cold places. I know I do. So I guess that means they're enforcing recruiting then? Yeah, dragons are always used in war, but usually they're on the side that gets killed by the knights, so they might not always be all that effective. I still say it was a giant praying mantis. Indel's castle in Bale. Is that... Wait, you said you were from Sandor or Basil, right? So aren't they... Basil, yeah. So... Is Basil like a subdivision of Bale? I'm not sure. Minister Noish. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm good at spelling stuff, not so much at pronouncing stuff. Like, I was in a spelling bee when I was younger, but if they told me to actually pronounce half the words I was spelling, not gonna happen. I can spell it, no problem, but I'll mangle up the word so bad trying to say it, it's ridiculous. Yeah, he'll be healed as soon as we find an inn. Yeah, she's pretty hot. Well, just don't let her... Just make sure she loses weight after pregnancies. Oh, you were talking about her healing abilities. Never mind. By the way, I think this is a kind of like an inn spot. You sit here, and yep, all your HP and MP gets restored. So, well, we don't have any MP to restore. But guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode, and next time we will try to get out of the forest. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.